I'd like to welcome Democratic Senate candidate Tom Conroy to the HCAM studio today. Hi, Tom.
Hi, Michelle.
And Tom launched his bid for U.S. Senate on June 2nd and is now in the midst of a 600-mile town-to-town walk across the Commonwealth of Mass in a quest to become the voice of the people in the U.S. Senate. And we caught up with him as he stopped by in Hopkinton today.
Thank you for welcoming me on the show, Michelle. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for joining us. So I guess we just have a couple of quick questions for you.
Sure.
What did you hope to accomplish by walking across the state?
Well, I'm trying to listen to what the people care about and what their priorities and concerns are, and what they understand is going on down in Washington, and what sort of ideas and solutions the regular folks all across the Commonwealth may have to the very challenging and vexing problems that we are facing as a country. So that's really what the point of the walk has been about. It's been a listening tour, and it's been really, really rewarding.
Okay, and how did you decide to stop in Hopkinton?
Oh, well, we're trying to go from major city to major city and hit a lot of the towns along the way. So, and Hopkinton's got some great history here with the marathon, and I'm also interested in talking to some folks at EMC. A big fan of the company and want to understand what their competitive advantage is and how we can replicate that for businesses all throughout Massachusetts.
Right, and we actually chatted earlier at Bill's Pizza.
Yes.
And I think we wrote the tagline, "It all starts here."
It all starts here, right here in Hopkinton. That's right.
So it's a good place to be. What have you learned from the people that you've been talking to along the way?
Well, they're very concerned with the debt limit crisis, obviously, that is getting a lot of discussion down in Washington, but also all across Massachusetts and probably all across America. They want that issue resolved. They want it behind us. They really don't like the fact that the folks down there are imperiling the future of our economic strength as a country, and we need to resolve it and get the partisan bickering behind us. I'm also hearing a lot about jobs. I toured most of Western Massachusetts on the first part of this walk, and there's a lot of folks out there who are either unemployed, underemployed, stopped looking, and therefore aren't counted. But they're facing some real economic hardship out there, pocketbook issues, just struggling to get by, and they want jobs. And of course, healthcare is another issue that we've been talking about all along the way.
Okay, and that sort of leads to my next question. You may have answered part of it, but what are your top priorities if you're elected?
Well, the economy and jobs are my real focus. I think we've got an unemployment problem still in the United States. Sure, companies are making a lot of money and there's a lot of profits, but they're sitting on the sidelines, and there's a lot of people who are looking for jobs, can't find those jobs. There's a lot of interest in getting into stable, decent wage jobs with decent benefits so that they can have health care, and that's how jobs and links into that issue. So, and strengthening our economy, making sure America is the most competitive and successful economic nation in the world, and that's really my top priority.
Okay, and before we sign off, for people that are not familiar or haven't met you,
yes,
would you like to just give a little bit of your background?
Sure. And one of the ways I do that is by just talking about how I'm different from the other Senate candidates on the Democratic side. So I'm the only one with real national security and foreign policy experience, because that's what I did down in the United States Senate for a U.S. Senator, and I'm the only one with that kind of experience in the race. The only one with real business experience here in Massachusetts in terms of working with corporations on a day-to-day basis, both small and large businesses. I've done that for 16 years. My educational background is unmatched. Economics degree in international economics at the master's level, an MBA in finance, and of course I'm the only legislator in the race, and I'm the only one who's beaten an incumbent Republican. So if all that kind of stuff matters to you and you think that I can win, and I know that I can, then I'm your candidate.
Okay, well, great, and nice to meet you, and thanks for stopping by.
Thank you so much, Michelle. It's nice to meet you.